Hello. Thanks for agreeing to set up this interview. As you know, we only have a short amount of time, so let's go ahead and get started right away. Now, I know that you've been involved in some work on community issues. Can you tell me what attracted you to the community issue that you chose at the beginning of the semester?
Yeah, so the community issue I picked at the beginning of the semester was police brutality. And this was really important to me because I come from a biracial household. So I saw the violence that is going on between the difference between Black Lives Matter and police brutality, and seeing both sides of the issue. And it hits close to home coming from a major city. I necessarily haven't lived through it myself, but I have seen people go through it, and it's become a much bigger issue in this country. And I wanted to tackle it because it is something very important that I think a lot of people need to understand. They need to understand both sides of the story. I didn't go into it preaching about one side being right more than the other. I viewed it as having to see both sides of the coin in order to become more aware of the true issue that is engulfing our country at the moment. And that's the real reason that I was drawn to this community issue in particular, actually.
Okay, thank you. Now, your materials also said that you were involved in a community issue team project that focused on a call to action.
Yeah.
Can you share with me what call to action your team put forward and why you chose that call to action?
Yeah, so the call to action that my team and I put together was that of paying NCAA athletes, and we wanted to bring forward the problem there is currently in college athletics, with athletes not being compensated for how much money they bring into the university and how much time they truly bring in. The What we decided to do as our cause to action and try to fix this was for the NCAA to call upon the NCAA to start paying athletes for their hard work and their dedication. A lot of people argue that scholar athletes, people that are on scholarship, get compensated in some way. But at the same time, if you think about it, they don't have time to work a job. They don't have time to earn any money other than through their scholarship, which really only pays for dining center, food, and textbooks. Some have cars they need to pay. Some have rent they need to pay. So they need to find other ways to pay, and that's sometimes hard. So we felt that the NCAA, which takes in billions of dollars annually, that they can find a way to start paying these athletes. We called for them to make a change in some way for them to get compensated, especially the athletes that are not on scholarship, because more than half of the athletes that do compete in NCAA don't get paid in any way, don't get compensated for any of their hard work and effort that they do put in.
I see. Now, if I were to ask the other members of your team what they think your biggest strength is, what do you think they would say, and why do you think they would say it?
Yeah, I think if you were to ask my team, I think it would be that I'm really driven. When it comes to the issue that we chose, I was really passionate about it. I felt a sense of pride in it because I am a sports broadcaster here at NDSU. So I saw this as an opportunity to really get my voice across of how I believe that athletes should be paid. I think they saw that my passion for this project, they saw my passion put forth, and an ability to want to not necessarily just lead the group, but I felt a sense that I wanted to do not just well as a grade, I wanted to do well to actually put the message across for the people in the class, and for people, to anybody who is to watch our video through speech on YouTube, whatever it may be. They were able to see that we will all three of us were passionate about what we were talking about, and we were knowledgeable about the facts, and we seemed credible in a way. And so I think that my team would say that I'm very driven when it comes to the issue that we chose.
Okay, great. What for you was the most challenging thing about working with your team?
I would say the most challenging thing is it is a team. You know, a lot of times when you have a team activity, it's a lot of different minds coming together into one group, and sometimes you have to accommodate each person. And I think that's really hard, no matter what you are, whether it's a sport or not. Being able to accommodate everybody's mind and everybody's opinion is a very hard thing to do.
Thank you. Okay, last question. In 30 seconds or so, tell me what your biggest takeaway was from Comm 110 this semester. What will stick with you and be useful
Right.
to you?
I think the one thing that will become most useful to me is really the preparation that it takes to give a very good speech. uh, I am a sports broadcaster, so a lot of times I've given speeches just off the top of my head, and I've been able to kind of work my way through a topic. But when you really prepare it, you can give such a much better speech. It becomes so you become more fluent, you become more practiced, and it really comes off as more professional. So I think this class really taught me the ability to be more professional in your speeches and really come off as more educated than just trying to go up there and free flow and come up with an entire speech off really the top of your head.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to
Thank
talk
you.
with me. We'll probably be in touch with you in the next few weeks or so.
Sounds
Take
good.
care.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.